Hey guys, Deathslander Magic here. We've got some more spoilers from Brothers War. So heat up a tasty Italian focaccia and maybe put it in a nice bowl, like for example, Urza's Silex. In the official lore, one of his generals put a bread product in it and that detonated it and then blew the whole plane up even worse than the last Silex. Oh, spoiler alert, but this is a spoiler video. So there's a 3-cost legendary. I feel like, haven't we seen this before? Did we just see the artwork? I think we've seen it, so we'll see. So you pay 2, and then 2 more white, so 4 total. Tap it, exile it. Each player chooses 6 lands they control. Destroy all other permanents. Activate only as a sorcery. I feel like I'd remember that. And when Urza's Silex is put into exile from the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Not onto the battlefield, into your hand. I kind of like this. I mean, you have a 1-turn warning to stop casting stuff, so they can preload their hand. You might be able to post-load your hand if you have, 6 mana. A lot of people, if they're already winning with a dominant board state, they kind of pump the brakes on dumping more stuff in. So I don't know how effective this would be against a really good player. But I also wondered, why is it a 3-drop if you have to have white to nuke it, Can't light the fuse without white, but then again, treasures and fixing and filtering, so, okay. So, whatever, at least it's not overpowered. I don't think we needed another white board wipe, but at least it's not overpowered. Next up, what the hell happened here? Anyway, Saheeli Filigree Master, obviously not master of printing or screenshotting or I don't know. Somebody snapped this one from the back row at Magic 30 or something. So 4 cost, by the way, spoilers, Saheeli's here for some reason. Anyway, it would appear that she makes the Silex. I heard it's a big... she did absolutely nothing in the last set, and people were like, hey, here's your stupid token. Ooh, check the box. Character that did absolutely nothing in the story whatsoever. So now they made her, I assume, make the Silex. I think that's what's going on there. I had heard whispers that she did something really big and significant in the storyline. So yeah, WotC was embarrassed at their tokenism, to put it lightly. And then back in the real world, they refused to hire black people. So, oops. But when it doesn't matter, they'll add a character in just to pat themselves on the back and say how great they are. So the controversy continues. Anyway, it's a 2+1 blue +1 red 4 cost 3 loyalty legendary planeswalker Saheeli, of course. +1 scry 1. You may tap an untapped artifact you control if you do draw a card. Okay, just nice. Power stones you'd probably have. In these colors, though, I don't know, but who knows. -2, create 2 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. They gain haste until end of turn. I don't know why haste was necessary, but okay, sure. There's probably a way to boost them. I mean, come on. And -4. Okay, so you're just right there. You get an emblem with artifact creatures you control get +1/+1, and artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oh, I mean, that's not that good when you've already got the 4 to drop her in, and then you're 1 to 2 turns later, or 2 to 3. But that is a powerful effect. If you could roll her over to 5, ooh, she's going to have a target on her back, which then it's good that she costs 4 and not 3. So this is certainly interesting. It's making me nervous because it's artifact affinity, basically, which I don't like anything about that, but, well, that's the whole set. So next up, Portal to Phyrexia. Does Phyrexia have better cameras? I'm asking for a friend. So it's a 9-drop artifact, so just Power Stone-a-thon. When it enters battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. Jeez, at the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It's a Phyrexia in addition to its other types. Holy crap. You might be saying, yeah, but it costs 9. Ooh, free casting for 9. But treasures and power stones and cost reduction, all of which are in just this one set. Hope you got removal. Next up, Diabolic Intent. It's a 2-cost black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature, because zombies need that. And search your library for a card, put that card into your hand, then shuffle. Okay, that is a lot cheaper than Diabolic Tutor if you were going to lose the stupid zombie anyway. You get the death trigger, you probably get the ETB trigger if you got that zombie generator out. Yeah, that's pretty good. We haven't actually had a tutor in a while. I don't like them because they're kind of powerful, and I think WotC was kind of on the same page with that, but, 1, and you got to sack a creature. By the way, Gix really looks ridiculous in that artwork. Next up, Visions of Phyrexia. Okay, I think we saw the art, but not the card from this so far, so okay. It's a 4-cost red enchantment rare. Ooh, double red. And at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't play a card from exile this turn, create a tapped Power Stone token. Okay, that's a little much. I'm starting to think this entire set is story spotlight cards. By the way, shout out to Blurry McBlurryton who made this artwork. Boy, if only I could read it. Thanks, Watsy. That is frighteningly powerful, but 4 cost. And when red goes to 4, good for them. They should. I'm sick of this rush crap. Red has proven in the past they can do other things, like other than, get to 4 and then pair with blue and just piss everybody off even more. But yeah, this is probably the biggest big fat guy chungus enabler in the entire set, which is why they probably went with double red, although it's still only 50%. So if it's splash another color, that's not really that harsh. 3 color, okay. That in some cases you might not have red, but with the amount of fixing, So next up, Hajar, Loyal Bodyguard. He's Christmas color, just in time. 2 cost 3/3 legendary creature human soldier. Wow. Sacrifice him and legendary creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible till end of turn. That is stupidly powerful. But see, he's a rare. He's 2 color. He's not a draft ruiner. Otherwise, without those 2 factors, he absolutely would be. You guys saw me go on a 7-game massacre with my 3/1 for 2s? Imagine this guy. Oh, by the way, just a reminder, by the time you're watching this, if you live in America, the Powerball is currently at about $1.2 billion. You couldn't quite buy Twitter, but it's not the default, what does it even start at? I never played this stupid thing. 40 mil, 20 mil, whatever. 20 mil. What are you supposed to do with $20 million? You get what, like 4 copies of the Magic 30? You go to like one Magic 30 Fest in Vegas with the Lotus package and then go to the special thing with like 20 people at it, get really wrecked on overpriced liquor and then get in a fight with someone and then lead police on a 3-state police chase. You could maybe afford to do that once, maybe twice with 40 million or whatever it starts at. But 1.2 billion? Somebody out there, if you win that, you better buy like 2 shirts from me. I'm just saying. 1 for you. 1 for your endangered penguin that lives in your Maserati. Now, not to discourage anyone, I guess while I'm on the topic, I was just going to make this a passing reference, but hey, we're on it now. If you would have bought every single ticket in all of America for the last like 4 weeks, you still would have lost. So keep that in mind. Anyway, still a better investment than Magic 30. Heyo! So hey, next up we got the Stasis Coffin, which probably also costs more than 20 million. Isn't that what Disney's head is in? Anyway... It's a 3-cost legendary artifact. You pay to tap it, exile the Stasis Coffin. You gain protection from everything until your next turn. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's a 1-shot. Also, story spotlight. Wait, hold on. Okay, somebody fill me in because God knows at this point I'm not going to read it. Who's in the coffin? Who survives it? I assume somebody survives the blast unless that's supposed to be, what, Gix? I'm getting Gix vibes. I initially thought, hey, wait a minute. Oh, here's a thought. Why don't I just read the damn flavor text? Okay, Tanos, whoever that is, built it to be absolutely impermeable to any force inside. Well, how about any force outside? That's a design flaw. Luckily, it worked for any force outside as well. So he's an idiot, but then he got lucky. Well, there, I guess we're on the same page. I still don't know who's inside it, though. Oh, hold on. It's possible Tanos is inside of it, but I looked it up on the wiki, and he was Urza's apprentice during the Brothers' War. So are they trying to say that one of the 2, Urza or Mishra, survived the Silex Blast? Because that would be really cliche and really wild. Maybe Urza's head is in there. Hey, speaking of weird heads, we've got Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter. What? That's some never-ending story too, while also on some substances level art right there. I mean, I feel like I'd be pretty brave in a battle, if it's really, if I'm behind the cause. But if I see that coming, look, if I saw one of them crazy, creepy, evil clowns, okay, I am armed every day of the week. That stuff didn't scare me, and I was right during the peak of it. I was around one of the sightings, in the dark, in the woods. It was a thing. It was an event. I was security. It was kind of my job. But this thing, okay, even I draw the line at whatever the hell that is. Well, if it's going really slow and playing kids' music, I might be like, well, do you have ice cream? If the answer is no, then I'm running. I saw this while saving the card art, and I was just like, what is this? But I haven't read it yet. So, okay, let's just jump in. Oh, no, it is Flash. It could be here, right? It could be behind me as I'm recording this. And flying. You know what? Woo! All right. Okay, so it's a colorless 3-cost 1/2 legendary artifact creature Thopter. Okay, you may cast colorless spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Okay, that's scarier than the artwork. And whenever you cast a spell, if the amount of mana spent to cast that spell is greater than Liberator Urza Battlethopter's power, put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, so it's got like not quite evolve or whatever, or not evolve. I don't know. It's probably some Ikoria thing. I blocked it out, but like done better because it's not creature ETB. It's just spells. That's like kind of interesting. Remember, the second part there is any spell at all. So I still hate this. Next up, Loran of the Third Path. I guess the third path is blow that sucker up. In fact, that's what she's writing right there. Blow that sucker up, exclamation mark. So it's a 3-cost white 2/1 legendary creature, human artificer with vigilance. I mean, it's a 2/1. Where are you honestly going? Do you really need vigilance? But when it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, preferably the Silex, and tap you and target opponent each draw a card. Oh, don't do that. Next up, Tokasia. There, I finally said it correctly. Although her last name, this is actually in the lore, is Tater Tatsia. So Miss Tots is the dig site mentor. There's actually, wow, a 3-color in this set. That's kind of surprising. Even Urza and Mishra aren't, but okay. So 1 generic plus 1 green plus 1 white plus 1 blue, 4/3 legendary creature human artificer. Jeez, okay, I'm already reading ahead a little. Creatures you control have vigilance and tap surveil 1. Okay. It's Scribe, but if you decline it, it goes to your graveyard. And then the ability is pay 2 generic plus 2 green plus 2 white plus 2 blue for 8 total. Exile this card from your graveyard. Return any number of target artifact cards with total mana value 10 or less. Oh, okay. From your graveyard to the battlefield, activate only as a sorcery. I just love stuff like that. Crypt Incursion, Rise of the Dark Realms. Come on. Your graveyard has to be full. I almost wish they would have said all graveyards because that just would have been funnier. If you pay that mana, you deserve something a little more powerful than that, but, you know, whatever. It's a tame card. I'll take it. I think this is probably supposed to be some kind of commander thing, but she's not good enough. I don't know. I mean, Surveil could load up your graveyard, but if you're going for broke, man, I don't know. So next up, Combat Thresher. That's right. The farmers win wars directly. So it's a 7-cost, aka powered by Power Stones, 3/3 double strike, and when it enters battlefield, draw a card. Or you can prototype it for a mere 2 generic plus 1 white, and you get a 1/1 double striker when it enters battlefield, draw a card. That's a good value, actually. I mean, compare that to the double strikers right now in white. This is an exceptional card, except for the one that comes back as an enchantment. That thing is nutty. So next up, Teresian Mindbreaker. It's a 7-cost 6/4 artifact creature juggernaut. Obviously from the pre-Icelandic Empire during the Mind Wars. If anybody gets that reference, I will actually congratulate you in the comment section. Don't Google it, you won't find it. So whenever Mr. Artifact Creature Juggernaut here attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded up. Oh, that's some OG Mind War crap if I've ever seen it. I hate that. This is a recurring traumatize on a stick. And then it has Unearth 4 because just F you and the horse you rode in on. I hate this. At least mill is pretty much absolutely not a thing, and I don't think this is going to do anything about that, but man, I hate this. I don't want to see this in any format ever. Next up, Disfigure, which is what I'm going to do to anybody who plays that card. 1-cost instant in black. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. I'd prefer to pay 2 and make it -4. That card was pretty amazing when it was legal. Next up, Heavyweight Demolisher. It's a 7-cost 8/6, so Power Stone Summon, duh. This one's red-based. Menace, nice. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap Heavyweight Demolisher, unless you pay 3. Oh, okay. So that's even more strict than the blue one. Well, Big Chungus need big fuel, and then he's got Unearth 8. Double red, of course, but you can play this without red pretty easily. That's a pretty good card. So next up, Arbalest Engineers. By the way, a thought occurs. If you're drafting this, first of all, don't. And secondly, yeah, you see removal, you grab removal. So we got the Christmas colored 3-cost 2/2 human artificer creatures, Arbalest Engineers here, and when it enters battlefield, choose 1, and we got 3 modes. Arbalest Engineers deals 1 damage to any target, put a 1/1 counter on target creature against trample and haste until end of turn, not bad, or create a tapped Power Stone token. Yeah, 3's right when you want to start ramping into that, that's for sure. I mean, 2/2 defensive for 3, that ain't much. I ain't going to hold it off. I mean, a 0/4 would be better, but I don't know if we've seen one of those yet. I love how, like, they're wearing, like, Christmas lights. They ain't even trying to hide it. It's the Christmas Engineers. What the heck? Next up, Prima Linea di Iotia. Oh, good, guys. It's in Italian. I'm not even just trolling. And it's not just my weird speech patterns. Everyone in Wisconsin says Italian. Everyone. And if you don't like it, put your comment in italics. You actually can do that. Asterisks around to make it bold, too. Oh, I brought this on myself. And of course it says, Agni quadrota la prima linea di Iotia attacca un'altra creatura. Oh, I've done enough damage to the Italians. First I eat all your tasty focaccias, and then I mispronounce your words. I done you dirty. I'm going to translate it. By me, I mean, God, somebody else. So whenever Yotian Frontliner attacks another target creature you control, gets +1/+1 till end of turn. That actually was my guess. And unearth 1 white. I mean, that's kind of neat. You got like the options. Everybody has access to this. You only get unearth if it's white. That's just kind of cool. It's a little low for an ambush boost, but it's like kind of a neat turn 1. Next up, Tyrant of Kara Ridges. It's a 6-cost 4/5 creature dragon, flying, and when Tyrant of Kara Ridges enters the battlefield, you guys, it deals 4 damage to any target down at the quick trip. So real quick, if you pay 1 red, Tyrant of Kara Ridges gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Oh good, fire breathing, one of the most unfair mechanics ever. At least they gave him effectively a -2 penalty. I've got a better idea. Just make him cost the freaking 2, the way fire breathing should have been. 2 mana, 1 extra attack, especially if it's flying. Thanks, I hate it. Next up, Demolition Field. It's a land that comes in on tap for colorless, and if you pay 2, tap it, sack it, destroy target non-basic land that opponent controls. Nice. That land's controller may search a library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. You may search your library for a basic land card. Okay, what is the difference between this and the other card that's identical to this? Oh, I think this costs 2 and the other one doesn't. No, Field of Ruin costs 2. It is the card is completely identical. Well, except that they made this one wordier. What the hell? The other one says each player searches their library. Well, it's may. I guess they consider that an improvement? Yeah, it actually was mandatory, so I guess if you didn't want to shuffle, this is like an improved Field of Ruin. This is just weird. Well, anyway, we really shouldn't need this, but I have punished 3-color players before to the point where they got set back like 3 turns and ended up just forfeiting because of it, so you can crush people with cards like this. So next up, Painful Quandary. It's a 5 cost, I can read. Black Enchantment, and whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. Oh my gosh. That is vicious. This makes some of the black curse cards in Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation look tame. And the flavor text is in Mishra's desperation to destroy his brother, he allowed Gix to destroy him instead. See, you can't get that desperate in war. Mishra was so blind with rage that he missed the fact that when Gix pulled up in his pickup truck, the bumper sticker said, "Mess with Gix, look like dicks." He did see the one on the other side that said Silex Kaboom, but he thought it was a tavern. So next up, Blanchwood Arbor. It's a 3-cost green enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each forest you control. Pretty darn powerful. Mono green is like a tier 2 deck all day right now, so I mean, hey, now we got Blanchwood. Next up, Sardian Cliff Stomper. It's a 2-cost 0/4 in red, but you don't see that very often. Minotaur Barbarian. And as long as it's your turn and you control 4 or more mountains, Sardian Cliff Stomper gets +X/+0, where X is the number of mountains you control. So it's a 4/4 for 2 as long as it's kind of late game and you're running mono red. Honestly, both of those are pretty unlikely, but sure. Next up, Corrupt. It's a 6-cost black sorcery. Wow. It deals damage to any target equal to the number of swamps you control. Nice. You gain life equal to the damage dealt this way. Story Spotlight. Most wise, most thoughtful, most powerful Kadir? I don't know what that is. Said the Gixian. That's a thing. Sounds like something I would make up as a joke, but I assure you, it's on the card. Kind of makes you wonder what Gitaxian is, but okay. We offer whatever help we may give in your illustrious name. How about some help capitalizing that W? Boy, that's embarrassing. Anyway, next up, Flow of Knowledge. It's a 5-cost blue instant. Draw a card for each island you control. I want to die. Then discard 2 cards. Focus your mind. Do you hold a piece of the ocean or 1,000 drops of rain? You hold a better game than this because you already left. There's my prediction. I time traveled to the future. Magic's dead. Thanks, control-enabling garbage. Well, that's all the poorly designed crap I can tolerate for a day. I think everybody in my comment section seems to be on the same page that this is not a good set, and it's not going to do good things to standard. It's just, not many of the cards are like atrociously overpowered. Maybe 1 or 2 so far, but just the direction and the design intention. It's so out of touch and so bad. They went full, who cares about the game, let's do the lore, which is not good. Anytime they do that, it goes really poorly. Well, hopefully someone at the printing facility accidentally drops a Silex and blows these cards way back to hell where they deserve to be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.